Hello, it's Connor here for day 76 of meditation. And today was only a short meditation. We woke up a bit later, so we did less meditation, but we did meditation while boxing. And it was a very meditative state. I know we've just woken up in a meditative state. And we delved a little bit more into death. And we also delved into perfectionism. Only a smidge amount, not too much. But I guess an extension from death, another part of it was to make sure we're enjoying the moment we're in. As we always preach, enjoy the moment you're in because that's the only moment you ever have. So learn to enjoy it. Learn to guide your thoughts or your perceptions towards a state of mind which always enjoys the present in the moment you're in. The reason death contributes to this is because we have this immortality sense. Holy. Sorry. Yeah, we have this immortality sense where we believe our life goes on forever, or, I guess in the earlier years as well. I'd say until we get to older age, that's when we start to contemplate death a little bit. But we're saying, start contemplating it a little earlier or understand it a little earlier, that you can truly die on any day, at any given moment. I know that's kind of depressing a little bit. But when we come to this realization, it stops us placing so much on the future, for one, and it allows us to enjoy the moment more, because if we can die tomorrow, or if we can die today, then waking up tomorrow should feel so much better for us. There was that metaphor where it's like, would you want $10 million if I was to give you $10 million? And they're like, yeah, what if I was to give you $10 million and you die, but you don't wake up in the morning? They're like, no, I wouldn't take the 10 million. So it's kind of saying that each day is worth more than 10 million. That was from a video I watched, not my language. But yeah, it was placing emphasis that death kind of brings meaning to each moment you get to experience in life, because without an end to life, then there's no meaning in seeing it before us. So if we understand that we can die at any time, any moment, then just make sure we're not placing too much emphasis on 3 years from now, given we might not even make it 3 years from now. Place emphasis in this moment and enjoy this moment, because then at least we know that we are granting ourselves as much happiness in each moment, day by day, as we can produce for ourselves. We also delved into perfectionism, which I guess perfectionism being, everyone knows perfectionism, placing or expecting all projects, all tasks complete, or an image of doing something, but you gotta live up, or it's gotta be perfect. And if it's not, we can beat ourselves up, or we can just be too much. We can be in fear of even doing the task because we create such a necessity for it to be top tier that we wait until the perfect moment to begin the task we have in our mind. Perfectionism also affects us. It affects me sometimes as well, in the fact that I won't record a topic video, because on that day I don't feel 100%. But we figured that it's a lot easier to drop that perfectionism, to get rid of it completely, and know you're just pursuing the tasks that you do, and you're pursuing them to the best of your abilities in whatever state you're in. But it's not really about producing the perfect materials 24/7, because that's just gonna fatigue your progress. It's gonna slow you down in actually producing the content and getting better at what you're making. Or this is in anything you do. You're gonna essentially, if we had to just pump projects, make them as good as we can, but not place so much emphasis on them being top tier perfection, then we can indulge in more project making or more whatever task we're pursuing, And we're gaining a lot more practice as well over time because we're doing it a lot more. And that perfectionist mindset, it prevents us from doing it in the first place because it becomes scary. And then what we are making from a perfectionist mindset, it isn't some fun creative endeavor. It becomes some scary chore which we need to accomplish to the top of our abilities. And if something's a bit off, then we get anxious, we feel guilty, we feel, So all I'm saying is don't stress too much about making everything perfect. Just do the tasks, just get the stuff done, and over time it will develop and get better and better and better, and you're not stressing anymore, you're just having fun with it. And when you're coming from a place of fun and not needing things to be so amazing, then naturally you're more authentic with it and you just flow with it and you get more done, you become more natural, you're not forcing anything. So if you want to improve, definitely improve, but don't get caught up in perfection to the point you're beating yourself up. Don't get caught up in perfectionism to the point you're not starting things because you need to be in the perfect state of mind. You need it to be perfect. You need to plan it out more. Just get going, get kicking, get those projects done. But that's mostly it for today. Back for day 77 tomorrow, probably, or next week. We'll find out. Anyway, see ya. Hello. Connor here for day 77 of meditations. And today was a very quick meditation, and what provoked it, we're just going to read this morning, but what provoked it was a quote in Meditations, Marcus Aurelius. Made us think of the water theory, or we're calling it the water theory. We don't know what it's called. Essentially, it's about flowing with the present when it comes to everything. It's like, I say we are like water, or life. If life was water, we're not flowing with the water, we are just a part of that water. And what I read this morning actually summed it up in a different light, which was cool. And this was it. They kill you, cut you with knives, shower you with curses, and that somehow cuts your mind off from clearness and sanity and self-control and justice. Or a man standing by a spring of clear, sweet water and cursing it, while the fresh water keeps bubbling. He can shovel mud into it or dung, and the stream will carry it away, wash itself clean, and remain unstained. Essentially saying that if we're just the fresh waters of a spring, that any insults or anything thrown at you in this moment, it just flows away with time. It just flows away with the water, with the flowing nature of life. So essentially, if we're flowing, and we say we flow with impermanence, if we're flowing with life in the present, then anything that happens this second, even if it's a whirlwind or someone hurling insults at you, then all other stuff, just anything in life, then you're flowing with the water, which means this water here in this moment remains here, and we just flow peacefully into the next. So it's kind of following presence to a sense. So we use this stream theory or this water theory, whatever we're going to call it, essentially saying life is water and we're just a part of that water, because something spawned everything, something birthed all of existence, and we're just part of that existence. We've said that a couple times, but we are the water. Don't differ yourself from that. And number 2 is that we have to kind of become this water. Realize you're the water, but become the water as well. Realize that life flows on, change continues to happen, life is different every day. But we need to be that water in the day. We need to be with that day. And, just keep flowing with life and understand that it keeps flowing. So we don't need to hold on to things so much or destroy things so much or fall into things so much, because we just keep flowing, and we got to flow with that continual moment. That's what experiencing life is. You don't see life by being in this water back here, which you've already seen, or by depicting waters which isn't there yet. You got to flow with the continual stream. And that's how you flow with the water. That's how you flow with life, and you see it before you, and you actually experience it instead of, sleeping awake, they call it. just continually in mind to the point. Yes, we do experience life, but yes, you don't truly see the nature of it sometimes. Anyway, we'll leave it there for today. Thank you, and see ya. Hello, it's Connor here for day 78, 77 or 78 of meditation. And today was a very short meditation. Like, we literally just popped out for 10 minutes. We weren't going to record or anything, like we weren't going to shoot this, but then after, we were essentially meditating just to meditate before going to Toowoomba, which we're doing with a few mates this afternoon. But what we realized with meditation was it is weird how two different people live totally different lives due to the, depiction they have of life, the philosophy they build, or the perspective they have of what life is and what they have to do in it. It is strange how two people can, you can assess, spiritual, non-spiritual, and the two extremely different worlds which they live in. One seems like it's societal built for us, I guess. There's still a lot you can do, but I'd say you run into troubles a lot more because, there's you're acting for day by day, you're doing jobs day by day, you're set in the way of we need to get money and build our future. And if there's a problem in life, it's usually a result of another person or something that's not needs that aren't being met. Whereas spiritual is more like a different world seems very expansive of, free reign over a world which seems very complex yet simple at its core when you see it before you. Complex beyond comprehension, but seen before you for the life we live, it's kind of simple at its core. It's simple in the pursuits that we have in it for the years that we're here, I guess. If we know how to see it and see it without the depiction that's already been placed on us. But we're thinking in meditation, so we said we only meditated for 10 minutes. We noticed this a lot, and this is why we started doing morning meditations instead of midday meditations, was because after you meditate, if you switch into a state, so we always say there's the switch changes over time, by the way. You get much more efficient at it to the point where, I don't know, still is a switch, but you truly switch into a new domain of the present. I guess the past domain was seeing the world, but it over time, as you expand upon the knowledge and get more used to it, the present is different, it feels different. And we've been following the Tao methodology of listening to stuff in the distance, and it's crazy what you can hear. But back to switching, when you switch, once you obtain this state for the first time in the day, if you can hold it for a little bit and look around in this switch state of seeing the world before you, just doing that alone accompanies you on the rest of your day. It allows it, once you flick into it for the first time during a meditation or something, that's why even 10-minute meditation in the morning, teach yourself to switch into the present state, and throughout that day you're going to find it a lot easier to switch into the present state, and you're going to be a lot calmer and happier as well because you have that switch. You've already, you've charged the light for the day. So definitely notice that. Days without meditation are a lot worse than days with meditation. Days with meditation, whatever happens after the meditation, you know how to center yourself again, you know how to bring yourself back to that state of presence. Say we go 2 days without meditation or 3 days, then when we jump back into a meditation, it becomes quite profound again because I guess you're centering yourself. It can be a bit of struggle the first time, but then once you get it back, that's when you realize, okay, there is quite a large difference between meditative days and non-meditative days. It's kind of like watching some Jiu-Jitsu Kaisen. It's kind of like a domain expansion when you flip your perspective into the present, because it really becomes an expansive environment that you can do whatever in. Anyway, see you for day 78 or 9, whatever it is.